The 10th session of the first regular session, second Bangsamoro Parliament is now called to order. May we request Honorable MP Sheikh Ali Sulaiman to lead the invocation. And may we request the members of the Parliament to stand up so until the flag ceremony and the Bangsamoro hymn.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alamin. Ar-Rahmanir-Rahim. Maliki yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladzina an'amta 'alaihim. آمين. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم وبارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم في العالمين إنك حميد مجيد. اللهم وفقنا بما تحبه وترضى. اللهم اهدنا إلى ما فيه خير وصلاح لأمة الإسلام والمسلمين ولبأسمر يا الله يا رحمن يا رحيم. وصلى الله تعالى على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم. الحمد لله.
Please remain standing for the national anthem and the Bangsamoro hymn.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas. Kayang mag-ibig, pero sa sigananan, alam ng puso, sa liit mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, kuya ka ng mag-ibig, sa manlulupin, di ka pasisingin, sa nagagang putok sa simoy at sa langit ng pangaw, ay hinatang mula at awit sa pagkayang minamahal. Ang isang katawat mo'y matumpay na nag-iibig, ang ituloy na kalog na kailan pa may dimatigigig. Lumagang araw na walang pagsiklang, buhay langit sa piling ko. Ang inigaya na pagkayo namin, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo. Simula noon hanggang ngayon, isang naging layon. Magkaisa at mapunod, kaligtingan ay marunod. Magtayo mula sa hamon ng dagat, niyang sa pag-amin na umaanlang. Sa puso at paniniwala, ang ginhawa para sa kawalan. Bangsamoro'y tagumpay, bunga ng pawis, sugo at buhay. Kapayapaan, katarungan, ay ating ang nakamtan. Pagpalain Bangsamoro. Pipigil sa damdamin, mangako'y tutuparin. Ang buhay kami sa'yo'y magpapatag, mananatili sa puso't isipan. Hanggang muling tayo nagbuwis ng buhay, nasa piling na ng may kapal. Bangsamoro ay tagumpay, mula ng mawis, dugo at buhay. Kapayapaan, katarungan, ay ating ang nakamtan.
The Secretary General is directed to call the roll to determine the presence of quorum.
Roll call of the honorable members of the BTA Parliament. Abbas Ahmad, Abbas Harun, Abbas Basit, Abu Mujib, Alania Laisa, Alauddin Mosbir, Ali Ibrahim, Ali Lanang Jr., Ali Edi, Ambuludto Suharto, Amruddin Abdulaziz, Ampatuan Baintan, Anayatin Susana, Antaw Muhammad Kelly, Arnado Merian, Asnawi Dan, Babaw Ali Muntaha, Balimbong Pangalian, Basman Ana Tarhata, Kandaw Bay Maleha,
Present. Present.
Dilanggalan Hashimi, Dumama Alba Shah Ilayhan, Ibrahim Ahud, Ismail Suharto, Estimo Matarol, Gayak Abdawa, Gera Edward, Haji Abdawa Khalid Maamor, Hasim Abdawang, Hassan Hatimil, Iqbal Muhagger, Ismail Rasul, Yajuri Raisa, Jakilan Muslimin, Sikiri Al-Bakil, Kahalan Del Martin, Karol Faisal, Lim John Anthony, Luong Benjamin, Luong Don Mustafa, Lorena Jose, Makakuha Abduraw, Makapaar Abdawa, Makasalong Marjani, Makatanong Amrosi, Maglangit Tarhata, Malik Hamid, Mantawil Baileng, Mastura Eshak, Matalang Jafar Apollo Mikael, Mawalil Anil Bahar, Mendoza Proilin, Mitimbang Mikael, Mitimbang Tawakal, Miswari Abdul Karim, Miswari Noredda, Mitmug Rasul Jr., Munyos Hussein, Uranon Suwaib, Pakasam Ubayda, Tak Abdul Wahab, Pangandaman Nabila Margarita, Parcasio Randolph, Tiang Ramon Sr., Ramos Jamila, Salindab Said, Salik Ali, Sanki Ali, Sema Omar Yasir, Sema Romeo, Sheikh Said, Silungan Aida, Sinulinding Kadil Jr., Sulaiman Ali, Tago Paisalin, Tan Nabil, Usman Azfar, Uto Basir, Oyod Siti Fahani, Yaqub Muhammad.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Mr. Speaker, with 53 members of the Parliament physically responded to the call and 2 responded via Zoom, we have a total of 55 members of the Parliament responded both physical and virtual. We therefore certify, Mr. Speaker, the presence of quorum. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
With the certification of the Secretary General of the existence of quorum, the chair declares that this Parliament can transact business. What is the pleasure of the floor leader?
Mr. Speaker, I would like to move for the amendment of the order of business to include other matters after bills on third reading on the matter of announcement of remaining committee memberships. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
With the proposed amendment on the order of business by the majority floor leader, is there any second? It is duly seconded. The same amendment is hereby declared as approved.
Mr. Speaker, I move to dispense with the reading of the journal of the previous session.
There is a move to dispense with the reading of the journal of the previous session. Is there any second? It's duly seconded. The chair declares the same as approved.
Mr. Speaker, I move to approve the journal of the previous session subject to style.
There is a move to approve the journal of the previous session subject to style. It's duly seconded. The chair declares the same as approved.
On reference of business, bills on first reading, Mr. Speaker, the first proposed bill is BTA Parliament Bill number 68. May we request the Secretary General to please read the title and the author and co-authors?
The Secretary General is directed to read the Parliament Bill number, the title, the authors, as well as the co-authors.
BTA Parliament Bill number 68 entitled An Act Promoting the Development and Utilization of Solar Energy in All Socialized Housing Programs in the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao, appropriating funds therefore and for other purposes. Author, Member of the Parliament, Amil Bahar S. Mawalin. Co-authors, Members of the Parliament, Liza Alamia, Baintan Batuan, Rasul Mitmug Jr., Sohat Kambuludtu, Rasul Ismail, and Don Mustafa Loom.
Second Parliament Bill, proposed Parliament Bill number 69. May we request the Secretary General, Mr. Speaker, to please read the title, the author, and co-authors?
The Secretary General is so directed.
BTA Parliament Bill number 69 entitled An Act Granting Recognition and Incentives to Bangsamoro Top Notchers, Top 1 to Top 10 of both bar and other national licensure examinations, appropriating funds therefore and for other purposes. Author, Amil Bahar Mawalin. Co-authors, of the Parliament, Liza Alamia, Baintan Batuan, Rasul, Suharto Bulutto, Rasul Israel, and Mustafa Loom.
Next item, Mr. Speaker, is BTA Parliament Bill number 70. May we request the Secretary General to please read the title, the author, and co-authors?
The Secretary General is so directed.
17 entitled An Act Creating Bangsamoro Development Authority, defining powers and functions and appropriating funds therefore. Appropriating funds. Author, Member of the Parliament, Amil Bahar Mawalin. Co-authors, Members of the Parliament, Liza Alamia, Baintan Batuan, Rasul Mitmug Jr., Suharto Bulutto, Rasul Ismail, Don Mustafa Loom.
Next item, Mr. Speaker, is BTA Parliament number 71. May we request the Secretary General to please read the title, the author, and co-authors?
The Secretary General is so directed.
Parliament Bill number 71 entitled An Act Strengthening the Entity Policies and Mechanisms within the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao, appropriating funds therefore and for other purposes. Author, Member of the Parliament, Amil Bahar S. Mawalin. Co-authors, Members of the Parliament, Liza Alamia, Baintan Batuan, Rasul Mitmug Jr., Suharto Bulutto, Rasul Ismail, and Don Mustafa Loom.
Next, Mr. Speaker, is BTA Parliament Bill number 72. May we request the Secretary General to please read the title, the author, and co-authors?
The Secretary General is so directed.
Entitled An Act Bangsamoro Involving Fund for Culture and the Arts. Author, Member of Parliament, Amil Bahar Mawalin. Co-authors, Members of the Parliament, Liza Alamia, Baintan Batuan, Rasul Mitmug Jr., Suharto Bulutto,
Rasul Ismail, and Don Mustafa Loong.
Next, Mr. Speaker, is BTA Parliament Bill number 73. May we request the Secretary General to please read the title, the author, and the co-authors.
The Secretary General so directed.
BTA Parliament Bill number 73 entitled An Act Institutionalizing Barter Trade in the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region, promoting its growth and development, and constituting the Bangsamoro Barter Trade Board for the purpose. Author, Member of the Parliament, Amel Bahar Mawalim. Co-authors, Members of the Parliament, Liza Lamia, Baintan ng Patuan, Rasul Mitmug Jr., Suharto Ambulugto, Rasul Ismail, and Don Mustafa Loong.
Next item, Mr. Speaker, is BTA Parliament Bill number 74. May we request the Secretary General to please read the title, the author, and co-authors.
The Secretary General so directed.
BTA Parliament Bill number 74 entitled An Act Establishing an Institutional Mechanism to Ensure the Implementation of Programs and Services for Persons with Disabilities in the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao and for other purposes. Author, Member of the Parliament, Amel Bahar Mawalim. Co-authors, Members of the Parliament, Liza Lamia, Baintan ng Patuan, Rasul Mitmug Jr., Suharto Ambulugto, Rasul Ismail, and Don Mustafa Loong.
Last item under proposed bills is BTA Parliament Bill number 75. May we request the Secretary General to please read the title, the author, and co-authors.
The Secretary General so directed.
BTA Parliament Bill number 75 entitled An Act on Implementing the People's Right to Information in the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao, providing guidelines therefore, and providing penalties for the violation thereof. Authors, Member of the Parliament, Amel Bahar Mawalim. Co-authors, Members of the Parliament, Liza Lamia, Baintan ng Patuan, Rasul Mitmug Jr., Suharto Ambulugto, Rasul Ismail, and Don Mustafa Loong.
Mr. Speaker, we now move to resolutions, starting with proposed resolution number 67. Before that, Mr. Speaker, I would like to remind everyone that the earlier read proposed parliament bills are private member bills. If you wish to co-author, you have forms that have been provided to you, and please submit the same to the Secretariat if you wish to be co-authors or sponsors. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Proposed resolution number 67, may we request the Secretary General to please read the title, the authors, and the co-authors.
The Secretary General is directed to read the proposed resolutions number, the title, the authors, as well as the co-authors.
Proposed resolution number 67 entitled A Resolution Congratulating the Participants from the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao, BARM, in the 2022 Smart NDP Sports Foundation National Interschool Taekwondo Championships for bringing home 20 national medals to the region. Authors, Members of the Parliament, Marjani Makasalong, Obayda Pakasam, and Amel Bahar Mawalim. Co-authors, Members of the Parliament, Shia Ilayha Dumama Alba, Tawakkal Mitimbang, Abdul Wagayak, Aida Silungan, Abdul Wahab Pak, Said Sheikh, Basit Abbas, Khalid Haji Abdullah, Amrosi Makatanong, Kadil Sinulinding Jr., Mujib Abu, Ana Tarhata Basman, Marian Arnado, Ramon Alejandro Piang Sr., Ahmad Abbas, Harun Abbas, Ibrahim Ali, Bailing Mantawil, Matarol Istino, Suharto Ismail, Rasul Mitmug Jr., Ali Salik, Abdullah Kapaar, Suharto Ambulugto, Rasul Ismail, Jabbar Apollo Mikael Matalam, Abdulaziz Aminuddin, Nabil Tan, Susana Nayatin, Nured Damiswari, Jose Lorena, Muhammad Kelly Antaw, Mosber Alauddin, Hatimil Hassan, Benjamin Luong, Jamila Ramos, Don Mustafa Loong, and by Maleha Bikandao.
Mr. Speaker, I would like to ask our colleagues in the Parliament to, if you wish to interpolate or enter an amendment, please already register as early as possible. Now, may I move to recognize the main author, MP Marjani Makasalong, to speak, deliver a short speech about the resolution.
The gentleman from Lanao del Sur is recognized.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله نستعين وعليه نتوكل أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا ورسوله أما بعد warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh and a very good afternoon to everyone, my dear colleague. My spirit, as I stand before all of you this afternoon, we are still overjoyed with the victory that Bangsamoro brought by bagging a total of 20 medals in the 2022 Smart MVP Sports Foundation National Inter-School Taekwondo Championship. These athletes have held 12 bronze, 2 silver, and 6 gold medals. Mr. Speaker, today I am proud to pay tribute to the Bangsamoro athletes who took part in making history and showed that the Bangsamoro talent is truly competitive. Let us recognize the students who competed in Kurogi and Bonsai competitions. We commend our Kurogi gold medalists, Gothri Ferrer and Aaron Ace Ambasa, our silver medalist, Avimelich Monteclaro, and our bronze medalist, Maharani Kabanban Sali, Harold Crace de Guzman, Jabbar Abdul, Lalina, Iwing Chong, Kaizel, Mijares, Dan Joseph, Eligio, and Frances Antoinette de la Cruz. For the Pomsay event, we recognize our gold medalists, Althea Lauren Juantis Juanchon, Siti Shamira Samanudin, Jabbar Abdul, and Dan Joseph Eligio. Aaron Ace Ambasa, our silver medalist, and our bronze medalist, Avimelich Monteclaro, Maharani Kabanban Sali, and Eliza Camille de Guzman. These athletes, Mr. Speaker, become the discipline, combining it with the genuine taekwondo. And if we are to learn anything from athletes, it is that discipline, dedication, and love of sports are powerful combination, truly worthy of emulation. Commending our players is not just an acknowledgement of their talent and triumph, but it also tells us that the hard work and determination of the home of the champion, HOTC coaches and referees have propelled them to achieve this success. The two HOTC coaches, Benron B. Bitita and John Robin Mijares Cabano, as well as Robert John Cabao, who won the Best Male Referee Special Award, are also recognized by this resolution, Mr. Speaker. Our players received an outpouring of good wishes and other forms of support from their schools. We wanted to extend our congratulations to St. Francis Episcopal School of OP Incorporated, Notre Dame of OP Incorporated, Notre Dame of Cotabato, Cam Siongco National High School, Cotabato State University, University Laboratory School, Cerro Central Elementary School, Dato Candido Andong Elementary School, Brose Central Elementary School, Pedro C. Dolores Elementary School, and Burungutan Elementary School. The perseverance and courage of our athletes in pursuing the highest distinction an athlete can present to the Bangsamoro community are unmatched. We are very fortunate to have a new generation of athletes presenting us that are courageous, passionate, vocal in their support of fellow athletes, unaffected by the challenges placed in their path. I strongly believe that the best praise we can give them is to acknowledge their effort and boost sports development in the region. So athletes like them could reach their full potential and be well equipped for the world stage. Let us both maintain and sustain the enthusiasm and energy we showed the Taekwondo Championships and support the next generation of world-class Bangsamoro athletes. To all our Kyorugi and Pumsai athletes, we are all truly deserving of this commendation. And I pray and I hope that you continue to be an inspiration to the Bangsamoro youth. Continue to be humble and continue to work hard. The outstanding achievement of the Bangsamoro athletes in this Taekwondo championships proves one thing: with consistent and continuous support for our athletes, Bangsamoro athletes could be most promising. Therefore, Mr. Speaker, and my dear colleagues, I urge this August chamber to join me in acknowledging and commending the participants of 2022 Smart MVP Sports Foundation National Inter-School Taekwondo Championships for their unwavering commitment to represent the Bangsamoro region. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Mr. Speaker, I move to open the period of interpellation. The members of Parliament who have registered to interpellate are MP Bayintan Ampatuan, MP Don, MP Suharto Ambulodto. Any other?
The period of interpellation and debate is now open. May we, the lady from Maguindana, MP Bayintan Ampatuan, is recognized.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. At the outset, I join the authors in commending the Taekwondo participants or champions in bringing 20 medals and bringing honor to the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region. And I manifest that I'll be part of the co-authors if accepted by the principal authors. I have only three basic questions, Mr. Speaker. One is, we garnered 20 medals, right?
Yes.
And how many participants did we send in the competition?
Mr. Speaker, coming from the Bangsamoro or all the athletes?
From the Bangsamoro. The other question is, how many participants did join the entire competition?
In total, almost 2,000 students coming from the different schools. But coming from the Bangsamoro, we do not have the data.
So we don't know the
Yes.
proportion of our win as against our participants.
We do not
That
have.
we do not know. But what we know is that we garnered 20.
Yes, Mr. Speaker.
So if we have sent 500, we garnered 20 out of the 500 because there are 20 at more than 2,000 in the entire country, right?
Yes, Mr. Speaker.
But anyway, it's already a good news that we got the 20. My next question is that what is our overall rank from amongst the other regions that participated in this competition?
Same, Mr. Speaker. The only data that we have or information that we have is the number of the medals that we got.
So we do not know whether we place number 1 or we place number last.
Yeah,
That
so
we
this
do not
moment,
know.
Mr. Speaker.
We only know that we got 20 medals.
We
Okay.
have already requested earlier, but they have not given us the answer, Mr. Speaker.
The last question, Mr. Speaker, is that while we are commending the already achievements both by these students, these youth, to the Bangsamoro government, was there an assistance coming from any of the government institutions in the Bangsamoro to these schools that participated in the competition? Mr. Speaker?
As of the institution, we know
So we have
we
no
don't have
assistance.
but
Them.
the technical assistance as per the schools given to those athletes, we know that they are assisting the students, especially in the training.
By what means, Mr. Speaker? When we say technical assistance, for example, to Brose Elementary School, what kind of assistance did we provide to this school?
Mr. Speaker, because this competition is school-based, so the school is identifying students that they send to the gym. In that case, is the home of the champions. Then the daily training that they receive in while they are in the gym. So the school is providing them like for example the sustenance, the payment of the student in while in the gym.
So,
But the institution of the Bangsamoro government as the like for example if the commission of our commissions
you don't have
we don't
any
have.
assistance. So we are just assuming that MBHTE, for example, have extended in a way or other through letting them or letting the students participate in the training and in the competition proper. Okay.
Mr. Speaker, one of the principal author wants to add to my answer. MP Mawalel, is he recognized?
May I be recognized, Madam, Mr. Speaker?
MP Mawal is recognized.
Mr. Speaker, we understand the question of the Honorable Bainta ng Patuhan. We also wish that it will go that way, and hopefully, as of now, we are still gathering the assistance that were granted to these athletes. But since we are also in the budget deliberation of these line agencies, maybe we can integrate this as a form of recommendation to these government agencies under BARM to strengthen their programs in terms of giving assistance to these award-winning athletes. So our only intention is to raise the discussion and also to congratulate them, to start a conversation about the premium, the importance of giving premium to these young athletes, so that in the next year, most probably, we will be giving our full support to these athletes, and hopefully, baka mas may rank pa yung tinatanong po natin, baka mag-gather pa tayo ng performance in the coming years.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. The reason why I asked that is that para naman from the very start, kasama na tayo sa proseso. Hindi yung kung saka sila nanalo, sinamahan natin sila. So, I guess this is an opportunity for us to, this is a forum really for us to look at, especially so that we are in the budget hearing, budget process. So, thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
Yes, from my understanding, interject. This Philippine Taekwondo sports, especially this one, is organized by Philippine Taekwondo Association. It is a organization calling all schools who wants to participate in their sports event. So it's up to the school to decide to join or not to join to that sports. And based on my knowledge, 2,000 students from different schools all over the Philippines. Wow.
Thank you, Madam.
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Is there any? MP Ambuluto. MP Ambuluto, you are recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Mr. Chair, Mr. Speaker, I'd just like to ask, no, I just like to, at least put it in a concretely, no, Mr. Speaker, are the proponents saying that we did not really assist, we did not extend any assistance to these participants in the conduct of the in the contest? I just want to be clear, Mr. Speaker, kung ano talaga po yung yung kasi yung parang line of questioning ng ating kasama kanina, and then I don't want to parang ma-misconstrue yung conversation kanina. Ang tinatanong ko po is whether meron po bang assistance na in-extend tayo doon po sa sinasabi nyong contest exercise that was organized by the Philippine Taekwondo Association and that schools sent participants to that exercise.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, just to set the record straight, we did not say that the regional government did not extend assistance to these athletes. What we are saying is we do not have a concrete data as to how far the assistance went to these athletes. But I think it's not a wishful thinking. It's really our assumption that we have extended a support, whether directly or indirectly, to these athletes. That's why they have went further to accomplish this feat, Mr. Chair, Mr. Speaker.
So, Mr. Chair, we are not certain whether we're not even certain that we have extended even transportation assistance to those who have sent and participated in that. Even to that extent, we don't have any information.
Yes, we as of now we do not have, as I've said, we do not have a concrete information on that. But I think, assuming that there were no assistance extended to these athletes, I think it's not too late for us to extend any benefits. Perhaps the Bangsamoro Sports Commission can extend incentives to these athletes so as to address your concern about the assistance that were given, which as of this time is not really clear as to the amount of assistance that were granted to these athletes. But of course, we are not saying that we did not assist them in any way.
Yes, Mr. Speaker, the assistance would have to be included in a program that is purportedly developed for this purpose. So last question, Mr. Chair, would the proponents know if there are some programs that are dedicated for the development of martial arts, including Taekwondo, in our schools?
How we wish that we know.
So we also don't know.
We are not really sure, but I think there are a set of menus under the Bangsamoro Sports Commission that we can, I think we can request their office to submit to the plenary, to this parliament, the list of their programs so that we can, and of course we are still deliberating on their budget. Maybe we can intervene by proposing policies that would strengthen sports development in the region, Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Speaker, I just simply would like to express that the more reason that this resolution would have to be adopted, supported and adopted, because these children, these participants, went there and won glory for the Bangsamoro, even with the Parliament not being certain if ever we have even extended assistance to them. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Speaker, there being no other interpellators, I move to close the period of interpellation.
The period of interpellation and debate is now closed. May we request the Secretariat to include this yours truly as co-authors of this particular resolution?
There being no amendments, Mr. Speaker, I move to close the period of open and close the period of amendments, Mr. Speaker.
Yes, the period of amendment is now closed.
Mr.
Open and
Speaker,
closed.
I move to adopt and approve proposed resolution number 67 subject to style, Mr. Speaker.
There is a move to approve and adopt Proposed resolution number 67, subject to styles, duly seconded. The chair declares the same as approved.
Next item,
No
Mr. Speaker,
objection.
is proposed resolution number 69. May we request the Secretary General to please read the title, the authors, and co-authors.
The Secretary General so directed.
Proposed resolution number 69 entitled Resolution Congratulating and Commending Mr. Kurais Alamada Abubakar from Cotabato City for ranking top 8 in the September 2022 Philippine Veterinarian Licensure Examination and for giving pride and honor to the Bangsamoro people. Author, Member of the Parliament, Jamila Ramos, Maintanan Batuan, and Eddie Ali. Co-author, Members of the Parliament, Basil Uto, Ubaida Pakasam, Marjorie Kasalan, Susana Anayatin, Khalid Hajabdawang, Ali Mentaha Babaw, Al Maria Sirsema, Jose Lorena, Lanang Ali Jr., Hasimi Dilanggalan, Aida Silungan, Ali Sanki, and Kadil Sinulindi Jr.
Mr. Speaker, I'm also inviting, if there are interpellators, please register now. In the meantime, Mr. Speaker, may we recognize the main author, Member of the Parliament, Jamila Ramos, who is joining us via Zoom, to please deliver a short message on this proposed resolution. Who has a medical certificate and now allowed to present it via Zoom.
MP Jamila Ramos is now recognized.
Maraming salamat, Mr. Speaker, Madam Majority Floor Leader. A'udhu billahi minash shaitani rajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Malugod ko pong binabati ang ating mga kasamahan sa Parlamento, ang ating Chief Minister Ahod Balawag Ibrahim, Speaker Attorney Pangalian Balindong, Deputy Speakers, Floor Leader at Deputy Floor Leaders at iba pang mga opisyales ng BTA Parliament, lalo na po sa aking mga kasamang authors at co-authors sa resolution na ito, mga panauhin at mga taga-subaybay ng ating live sessions. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. Nais po nating iparating ang ating pagpupugay, kagalakan at pagbati kay Ginoong Kurais Alamada Abubakar sa kanyang matagumpay na pagpasa bilang top 8 with a rating of 82.82% sa ginanap na September 2022 Philippine Veterinary Medical Licensure Examination ng Professional Regulation Commission. Sa bilang ng 928 na examinees ay may bilang na 335 na pumasa at mapalad ang BARM ng ating kababayang Bangsamoro sa pagkatao ni Ginoong Abubakar ay napabilang sa top notchers bilang numero 8 sa rangko. Ang huwarang karangalang ito ni Mr. Abubakar na maging isa sa mga top-notchers sa isang malaking inspirasyon para sa mga kabataang Bangsamoro, hindi lamang sa ating rehiyon kundi maging sa buong bansa. Si Mr. Abubakar ay isang Iranon mula sa Cotabato City BARM at nakapagtapos sa University of Southern Mindanao, Cabacan sa edad na 25. Ang karangalang ito ay karapat-dapat nating bigyan sa pagkilala at papuri dahil dala-dala ni Mr. Abubakar ang ating pagkakakilanlan bilang Bangsamoro at ipinamalas niya sa lahat na kaya din nating makipagsabayan sa iba, umunlad at magtagumpay sa ating mga napiling larangan. Sa pagpasa natin, inshallah, ng proposed resolution number 69, commending Mr. Kurais Alamada Abubakar for being top 8 in the licensure exam, layunin po nating mabigyan ng malakas na suporta ang pagkilala sa mga kahangahangang kabataang Bangsamoro at sa tagumpay na kanilang nakakamit upang hikayatin sila na mas linangin pang kanilang motibasyon at dedikasyon na mag-aral ng mabuti at magsilbing magandang halimbawa para sa iba. Parte po ito ng ating advokasya na manatiling tapat sa ating paniniwala na ang kabataan ay hindi lamang ang ating kinabukasan, bagkus sila rin ang ating kasalukuyan. Nawa ay magsilbing instrumento ang resolusyong ito sa pagkilala ng Bangsamoro Transition Authority kay Ginoong Kurais Alamada Abubakar at sa iba pang kabataan sa kanilang pagbibigay karangalan para sa Bangsamoro. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh.
Mr. Speaker, I wish to,
Okay.
so, may I move to recognize MP Arnado for one question, one please. Keep it
Yes.
to a minimum.
MP Attorney Miriam Nangrado is now recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I have a very brief question, and I actually joined the resolution in congratulating our achievers in the region, particularly this commendation for Mr. Kurais Alamada. But I am very curious. Aside from this piece of paper of a resolution, I'm very curious what in the culture of the Bangsamoro, what is it that you actually give to convey congratulations? Because this is a piece of paper, and for the recipient, perhaps, what might add to the prestige or to convey? Like, for example, is from the office of the Parliament Speaker, perhaps, or from the Parliament, can we give them something more than this resolution? Any token that will add prestige, like a plaque or a house and lot, or sorry, not house and lot, anything, no, that will really give more prestige and actual value to the recipient who we are recognizing. So I leave that to the Parliament to decide, but just food for a thought.
Yes, may I be allowed to respond, Mr. Speaker?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Mr. Speaker. Yes, MP Baintan. MP Ramos is recognized.
Maraming salamat at sa iyong katanungan, aking kasama, Madam MP Arnaldo. Tulad din po ng diskusyon kanina sa pagkilala sa ating mga taekwondo athletes, naniniwala po ako na dapat ay magkaroon ng institutionalization ng incentive award para sa ating mga achievers na nagmumula mula sa BARM. Kung ako po ang inyong tatanungin kung ano po ba dapat ang ating ipagkakaloob na sabihin na nating incentive or pagkilala bukod dito sa resolution na ating ibibigay, una, pwede tayong magpasa ng legislative measure dito sa Parliament para ma-institutionalize ito at magkaroon ng incentive program para sa kanila. Tulad na lamang, pwede nating ihalimbawa dito ay kung magkakaroon tayo ng scholarship program para dito sa mga achievers na ito para kung gusto pa nilang i-proceed ang kanilang edukasyon sa kanilang field or sa iba mang field, ay ito ay malaking opportunity po ito para sa kanila. Pangalawa ay sa atin pong sa pagkakaalam ko po ay sa atin pong current MOOE, tayong mga members of parliament ay meron tayong cash incentive awards and prizes. So ito ay oportunidad din para sa ating mga members of parliament na kung gusto natin magbigay ng cash incentive dito sa mga achievers, tayo po ay 80 no ng mga members of parliament, at kung tayo po ay magsama-sama ay malaki po ito na bilang cash incentive para sa kanila. Kundi naniniwala po ako na mas kailangan na masustain natin to by institutionalizing probably an incentive award program para po sa kanila.
Deputy Speaker Nabil Tan wishes to be recognized.
Yes. MP Attorney Nabil Tan is recognized.
Thank you, Majority. Thank you, Madam Floor Leader and Speaker. I have nothing against the resolution. In fact, I support the resolution. Meron lang akong konting katanungan. Hindi lang dito sa resolution na to, even in the past, commending, congratulating, na ganito rin ang tenor. Meron ba tayo mga guidelines? Kasi yung iba, nag-top na medical board, wala tayong congratulation. Nag-top sa sa bar exam, wala rin tayong congratulation. So, siguro, kailangan meron na tayong i-adapt na guidelines on hanggang kailan ba natin i-retroact to? Yung present lang o retroact natin 5 years down the line? Diba? Para naman maging fair tayo. Kasi I know of someone very close to me, number 2 sa medical board, neurosurgeon na ngayon, nasa Canada na. Wala naman. UP all the way yun. So, anyway, yun lang sa akin, parang paalala para maging fair sa lahat. At tama yung sinabi ni MP Suharto Ambulodto na what is there in that resolution or that piece of paper, sabi ng isang nag-interpellate kanina. Yung paper na yun will turn into gold, there is value. So, ganun lang, paalala lang para hindi tayo maging parang easy lang makakuha ng resolution ng BTA. Pwede naman letter of commendation na lang from our office. Diba? Commending, I commend you, my pamangkin or my kwan for topping the bar. Diba? Nga ganon, para pag nagbigay once time ng BTA ng resolution commending kwan, that's really something na pahalagahan. Diba? May sinasabi rito, Speaker. Anyway, I move to dispense with the period of interpellation and debate and the period of amendments, and I move to approve this resolution.
There is a move to dispense with the period of interpellation and debate and the period of amendment, and further move for the approval and adoption of this proposed resolution number 69. It is duly seconded. The same is now declared as approved and adopted.
Mr. Speaker, next is proposed resolution number 73. May we request the Secretary General to please read the title and the authors?
The Secretary General is so directed.
Proposed resolution number 73 entitled a resolution congratulating Honorable Carlito Guanseng Galvez Jr. for his well-deserved reappointment as Presidential Advisor on Peace, Reconciliation, and Unity of the Office of the President. Authors, members of the Parliament, Rasul Jr., Albahag Mawalin, Liza Alamia, Suharto Ambulodto, Baintan Ampatuan, Rasul Ismail, and Donnie Mustapalo.
In relation to this, Mr. Speaker, may I request the Secretariat to please go to proposed resolution number 80, which is substantially the same.
Yes, the Secretary General is so directed. Number 6.
Proposed resolution number 80 entitled a resolution expressing profound gratitude and appreciation to President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. for appointing Carlito G. Galvez Jr. as Secretary of the Office of the Presidential Advisor on Peace, Reconciliation, and Unity of Approved, and extending utmost congratulations to Secretary Galvez Jr. for his well-deserved appointment. Author, Member of the Parliament Susana Anayatin. Co-authors, Members of the Parliament Tawakal Mitimbang, Abdullah Nakapaar, Don Mustafa Luong, Abdulaziz Aminuddin, Marjorie Nakasalong, Basit Abbas, Nurodda Miswari,
Basir Utu, and Shia Ilaiha Bidumama Alba.
Mr. Speaker, may we recognize one of the main authors, MP Susana Nayatin, to deliver a short
The lady
speech.
from Cotabato City and the 2 p.m. Maguindanao is recognized.
Mr. Speaker, floor leader, deputy speakers, deputy floor leaders, fellow members of this parliament, good afternoon, assalamualaikum. In his inaugural speech, President Marcos Jr. said, "Ang pangarap nyo ay pangarap ko rin." We in Bangsamoro territory dream of a safer, peaceful, and prosperous region. We all want peace in our land. However, to achieve the peace that we all aspire, we need a competent authority to implement the peace process mandated by the Bangsamoro Organic Law. Mr. Speaker, the President is fully aware of the struggle and situation in the Bangsamoro. Thus, the appointment of Carlito G. Galvez Jr. as Secretary of the Office of the Presidential Advisor on Peace, Reconciliation and Unity, or OPAPRO, is indeed God's blessing and extremely appreciated. In one of his engagements, Secretary Galvez Jr. mentioned that the President gave a clear-cut instruction to ensure the implementation of Bangsamoro peace agreements. To that effect, the Marcos administration took steps to further enhance peace, security, and development, and various socio-economic interventions that aim to provide Bangsamoro people with knowledge, resources, and livelihood skills that will enable to uplift the way of life and earn sustainable income. We therefore want to express our sincere gratitude to His Excellency President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. for appointing Carlito G. Galvez Jr. as Secretary of the Office of the Presidential Advisor on Peace, Reconciliation, and Unity. The appointment of Secretary Galvez is vital and indispensable to pursue the implementation of the comprehensive peace process and the continuance of the transformation program to the combatant conflicts and communities. And finally, Mr. Speaker, a profound greeting of congratulations for the well-deserved appointment of Secretary Galvez. We are confident that his highest ideals to public service and in pursuit for the greater good of the Bangsamoro people, we pledge our continuous support and assure him of our active participation and cooperation in the attainment of sustainable peace and development in the Bangsamoro. Hence this resolution, Mr. Speaker. Thank you.
Mr. Speaker, I move to consolidate proposed resolutions number 73 and 80.
There is a move to consolidate the two resolutions. This duly seconded. The chair declares the same as approved.
Mr. Speaker, I move to dispense with the period of interpellation and debate and the period of amendment, Mr. Speaker.
There is a move to dispense with the period of interpellation and debate and the period of amendment. It is duly seconded. And there is a further move for the approval and adoption of these consolidated proposed resolutions. Duly seconded. The chair declares the same as approved.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Next is proposed resolution number 74. May we request the Secretary General to please read the title, the authors, and the co-authors.
The Secretary General so directed.
Resolution number 74 entitled Resolution encouraging all Bangsamoro ministries, local government units, bureaus, government and corporations, and other government instruments to promote salam and smile as a policy of greeting and meeting visitors. Authors, members of the Parliament, Assembly, and Council Duba, co-authors, members of the Parliament, Eddie Ali, Suharto Ismail, and Hamid Malik.
Mr. Speaker, may we recognize? Okay, so is there anyone who wishes to interpolate? There being none, I move to dispense with the period of interpolation and debate. And I move to approve and adopt
Yes.
resolution number 17.
Let's move to dispense with the period of interpellation and
Mr. Speaker, Deputy Sema wishes to be Deputy Speaker Sema wishes to be recognized.
recognized.
Yeah. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. Is it supposed to be a complete expression of the greetings of Islam and not salam merely?
Yes.
I think that needs to be clarified because I was reading the title, even the word salam maybe as in relation to the Islamic greetings, that is wrong spelling. That should have at least 3 A's there. Salam and salam are different in connotation. The point here is the Islamic greeting should be completed. So we should put that on record. Although there is already a motion to approve the resolution, I would like to point to put on record that what we mean here when we say salam is the Islamic greetings, and it should be complete. It should be assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. We should always do that even when we are talking to non-Muslims.
Mr. Speaker, I think the rest only encourages. Mendoza wishes to be recognized.
Prime Mendoza is recognized.
Kasi kami mga katutubo, we want to swallow is as a greeting, but because it over or mauyat, I don't know if how applicable is this resolution and to observe also universal standard and the principles of inclusivity in the Bangsamoro, Mr. Speaker.
What was stated by the
We usually use because we also have our own
Mr. Speaker, Mr. Speaker,
yes.
I move to reopen the
we did not rule on the motion, Deputy Speaker. So we can still open the period of interpellation and debate in the period of amendment.
I already stated my objection to the motion, Mr. Speaker.
So the period of interpellation and debate is open.
Only the period of amendment.
The period of interpellation and debate is closed, and the period of amendment is now open.
I believe, I believe our colleague MP, the co-author, has suggested that an amendment, proposed amendment to Mr. Speaker, to add an additional, whereas clause after the last whereas, and it goes like this. Whereas Islamic greeting of Assalamu alaikum and wearing smile are the best way to meet and greet a person in Islam. Whereas if there are other amendments, Mr. Speaker, I believe that they can propose their own amendments. But in the title, Mr. Speaker, I still have another amendment. In the title, Mr. Speaker, the word salam should be respelled, correctly spelled to add another A. Uh, yeah. Mr. Speaker, I move to suspend the period of amendment. Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I accept suspend the session, Mr. Speaker.
1 minute suspension. I think we also need to.
Mr. Speaker,
Yes.
for
previous amendment and propose another amendment, Mr. Speaker, in the title.
Yes, you may proceed now.
Instead of using merely the term salam, we should complete it to state Assalamu alaikum and other culture-based greetings and smile. Yes. Mr. Speaker, a further amendment to the proposed amendment to put in close and open parentheses after Assalamu alaikum, its English translation of peace be upon you.
Mr. Speaker, I accept the amendment.
Mr. Speaker.
Thank you.
With the
Mr. Speaker, just for manifestation. This manifestation is, this resolution is just a recommendation and not mandatory. Yun lang po, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you.
May I comment on the proposed amendment to that the N should be or other based culture. Kasi may marirequire tayo na mag-greetings din ng other culture, culture-based greetings. So instead of N is or. Subject list tayo na lang. And or. And or. And or. Yan. And it is the proposed amendment is accepted by the principal author.
Okay, I move to close the period of amendment.
The period of amendment is now closed.
Move to approve and adopt subject to style.
There is a
Walang
motion
check.
proposed resolution number.
Pwede pahabol? Ha? Hindi na pwede. Anyway, approve na, pero payagan ko sabihin yung gusto ko sabihin.
Well,
Actually, as a matter of...
Recognize.
No, I'm not introducing amendment.
yes.
And i-record ko ng ating mga colleagues kung ano ka. Andiyan ang mga unawa natin. If you enter a house for a gathering, yung visitor, ang sasabihin niya, Assalamu alaikum. Ay, ano na yan, pero I mean, objecting or really, yeah, but, harassment kasi Assalamu alaikum, brief, Assalamualaikum, hanggang ang sagot, alaikum salam, ganun dapat eh. Pero total, inaprobahan na, okay.
Thank you.
Manifestation.
Can we move to the next resolution?
To approve resolution.
Please, thank you very much.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, MP Member Mr. Speaker. Yes, can we
It is now approved and adopted.
move to the next proposed resolution? Can you please request the Secretary General to please read the title and authors and co-authors of proposed resolution number 76 on a more serious note, Mr. Speaker?
The Secretary General so directed.
Proposed resolution number 76. Resolution condemning the series of unabated murders and shooting incidents in the of Wiki and to conduct a parliament in aid of legislation for the purpose of formulating policy, measures to resolve these killings and restore the peace and order in Tikit. The principal authors are MPs Jafar Apollo Mikael, El Matalam, Rasul Ismail, and Kabul Sinolinding Jr. And co-authors are MPs Sebastian Ambulutor, Muhammad Kelly U. Antaw, Michael Imi Tindam, and Ibrahim D. Ali.
Mr. Speaker, I move to refer proposed resolution number 76 to the Committee on Public Order and Safety.
There is a move to refer proposed resolution number
76.
76 to refer it to the Committee on Public Order and Safety. It is duly seconded. The chair declares the same as approved.
Okay. Mr. Speaker, on bills on second reading, may we request the Honorable Minister of Public Works, Minister and Member of the Parliament, Edward Guerra, to prepare to deliver his speech, authorship speech on BTA Parliament Bill number 33.
The Honorable MP Edward Guerra, Architect Edward Guerra is now recognized to deliver his authorship speech.
Thank you. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My respect and courtesy to the Speaker, Speaker Balindong, and each deputies, to my colleague in this August chamber. Again, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. BTA Parliament Bill number 33 and Bill number 34 were originally filed last June 26, 2020, during the height of the global pandemic. It's been 2 years, more than 2 years. This proposed bill was co-authored by all members of the Parliament. And frankly, I'm disappointed that this bill did not move in spite of having the Chief Minister's certification the bill as urgent. We appeal to this august body to fast track the approval, for we cannot further allow the pairing development of our country. Into the we reintroduce the energy development operation, which has the purpose of making the development of energy sources, exploration, utilization with the Liguasan Mars and the Sulu Sea in mind. Electricity as a basic commodity continually evolves with the pace of the development in any economies in the world. Energy exploration, development, and utilization for it economy for commercial use, revenue generation, and consequently for economic progress. The Lord is blessed, alhamdulillah, that it has within its territorial jurisdiction natural energy resources that can be explored, refined, and utilized. It is for the purpose of making most of the energy potential of our region that this bill is submitted. Let us create a public corporation which shall be known as the Energy Development Corporation of the Bangsamoro, ADCB. With its creation, the Bangsamoro government, with the national government, will be to identify and select prospective contract areas to be offered for exploration and development, furthering Article 13, Section 10 of Republic Act 11054. Energy-related activities projects contribute substantial amount to the coffers of the government. With initiative and programs that these administrations seeks to institutionalize, we must ensure that we have sustainable with the EDCB that we have to generate for the Bangsamoro government to supplant the black run. The president of Lagos and saying sa inyo yan. Bigyan ng ang national government na kahit kapiting siya ang ganyan po ay tatlo na wala pang nangyayari. This bill as soon as possible. Start the utilization of natural resources. The exploration and extraction will take time. We should a GOCC that will focus on this work. A GOCC with a separate and personality and whole protective investors will trust and give confidence to head joint ventures. I am dreaming, and I'm sure we share the same dreams that one day Bangsamoro will be the likes of Brunei, Qatar, Kuwait, and other progressive countries already reaping the fruits of exploration. Inshallah. Inikayat ko ang aking kasama sa parliament na ito na panahon na para isa batas, isa sa magiging instrumento sa pag-usbong ng ating ekonomiya. Ito rin ang magsisilbing daan upang maiparating natin na handa ng makipagsanib sa ang Bangsamoro sa mga naniniwala sa ating kakayahan. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Mr. Speaker, I move to refer BTA Parliament Bill number 33 to the Committee on Environment, Natural Resources and Energy and the Committee on Finance, Budget and Management.
There is a move to refer Parliament Bill number 33 to the said committees. Duly seconded. The chair declares the same as approved.
Mr. Speaker,
Yes, MP.
I would like-
is recognized.
I would like to make some
Mr. Speaker,
manifestation. Just
MP.
manifestation.
Yes, MP Parcasio wishes to be recognized.
Yes.
Thank you. Mr. Speaker, this is a good development. It will, of course, and I hope that this will pass this August body. You know, the MNLF government peace track on energy was one of the most contentious issues. However, the issue on energy was resolved finally in a place in Indonesia called Solo. And the agreement was this. The agreement was that revenues for energy will be shared 50-50 by government
and the by the regional government and the autonomous government. And what is wonderful, Mr. Speaker, in that agreement, all applications for license to explore, develop, and utilize energy or energy-based minerals within the autonomous region, it will be lodged before the autonomous government. So the autonomous government receives applications for this, and then the autonomous government will recommend approval or disapproval of applications to the Department of Energy. And then another wonderful feature of that agreement was that when it is approved, the license or whatever agreement for the exploitation, development of energy by a private entity, such as perhaps this government-controlled Energy Development Corporation. Ganito ang mangyari. What approved, the management, the monitoring will be to the regional government. It will be the regional government that shall monitor, see to it that laws are observed, and that in that sense, directly or indirectly, correctly or incorrectly, control and management of energy development will be in the hands of the regional government. In that sense, I certainly hope that once this will reach its proper time, that it will pass this August body. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
The manifestation is of MP Attorney Parcasio is well noted.
Thank you. We move on to BTA Parliament Bill number 34, Mr. Speaker. Still on second reading, an act creating the Bangsamoro Development Corporation, defining its powers and functions, providing funds therefore and for other purposes. May we request once again MP Edward Guerra to deliver the authorship speech.
MP Edward Guerra is recognized.
Thank you. And again, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. BTA Parliament number 34 creates the Bangsamoro Development Corporation. This GOCC will be the last of the National Development Company, Natural Resources Development Corporation, and the Southern Philippines Development Corporation. And remains to be in line with the enhanced point agenda of the Office of the Chief Minister. There was potential of the Bangsamoro through maximizing partnerships with the sector of potential investors. Even with the Black Run, there is a need to enhance the inflow of private capital and broaden the ownership base for investment to fund our development initiatives. The best way to pursue the inflow of private capital is to ensure fair and non-discriminatory treatment of public and private sector entities in the process of development. This is where this GOCC comes in. This GOCC will be strong, independent body system that will ensure consumer protection and enhance the competitive operation in the investment market, minimizing the financial risk exposure of the Bangsamoro government. Sa series of meeting ni Chief Minister sa mga investors, especially coming from Saudi Arabia. Personal ng meeting, they want to invest. Gusto nila ng sa gobyerno, meron tayong may legal impediment for that matter. So, instead, create a politician. Fine. And you a corporation is quite difficult to engage with joint ventures. No, businessman, or equivalent of Gokongwei, Henry C. Wala tayo eh. That this investor needs credible and trusted partner. So wala tayo noon. So this is the best way now is to form GOCC to entertain these investors, to have a joint ventures, no? So ito ang talagang pinapos series of meeting. Wala tayong masabi. So this is a hard that we should create a GOCC with the personality of the government and of the government. Din po natin magdadala ang batas na ito ng karagdagang trabaho. For every job created, a family is uplifted, a child future becomes brighter, and carrying previous loss becomes lighter. These shall not be mere creations of income-generating companies. They will distinguishable move of the administration towards improving quality of lives of the Bangsamoro. We are poor people with distinct culture, thus continually pursue initiatives that will bring the dignity of our people deserve. It is time that the members of the government of the day immediately and passionately in number 33 as possible, inshallah. Thank you.
Mr. Speaker, I move to refer BTA Parliament Bill number 34 to the Committee on Rules and the Committee on Finance, Budget and Management, Mr. Speaker.
There is a move to refer Parliament Bill number 34 to the said committees. This duly seconded. The same is declared as approved.
Mr. Speaker, next is BTA Parliament Bill number 22, entitled An Act Providing Benefits for Bangsamoro Veteran Mujahideen and Mujahidat and their families, establishing the Bangsamoro Mujahideen Mujahidat Benefit System, appropriating funds therefore, and for other purposes. May we request and invite to the floor, Deputy Speaker Alamia to deliver her authorship.
Deputy Speaker Attorney Liza Lamia is now recognized.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker and Madam Floor Leader. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and I am smiling. For Ateneo graduates, they say, we don't say Assalamualaikum, we say, may the Lord be with you and also with you. It's a joke. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Speaker, my colleagues in the Parliament, the Bangsamoro struggle has always been rooted in the strength and faith of our grassroots communities, firm in the assertion of a right to self-determination. At the front lines of the struggle are the Mujahideens and the Mujahidat, whose belief and conviction in our right to chart our own path as a people have defined the defense of our rights and freedoms. While we are here in this air-conditioned plenary hall, Mr. Speaker, my colleagues in the Parliament, the collective struggle and sacrifice in the past have brought us to where we are in the present, at the helm of an autonomous region that is in a political transition, one that allows us to pursue transitional justice and reconciliation in line with our hopes for just and lasting peace in the Bangsamoro. The success of this pursuit includes honoring the inheritance we have received from our mujahideen and mujahidat who have paved the way towards a better future for our people, making sure that former combatants and their families receive the support necessary for them to have a firm foothold in the future they helped build. With this in mind, Mr. Speaker, my colleagues in the Parliament, I hereby submit the Bangsamoro Mujahideen Mujahidat Benefits System Bill to the Parliament for adoption and approval. As the Government of the Philippines Chair of the Task Force for Demolition Combatants and Their Communities, or the TFDCC, I know that the national and regional governments have made an effort to support our mujahideen and mujahidat. But despite our efforts, our best efforts, concerns and frustrations have been raised regarding the ongoing decommissioning process, especially when it comes to programs and mechanisms that are supposed to ensure aid and support for former combatants and their communities. Recognition, reconciliation, and reintegration for them and the communities they helped build and sustain in the midst of conflict are essential in the process of ensuring transitional justice. The Bangsamoro Mujahideen and Mujahidat Benefit System Bill aims to address this by standardizing government support, setting up a benefit system that is sustained by the combined resources coming from the government, private funding, and investments. It shall cover all, lahat po ng ex-combatants aged 60 years old and above, or in case of their martyrdom, their surviving family members, following a vetting system that will be implemented with the assistance of the Bangsamoro Human Rights Commission. The benefits provided for by the bill include an educational plan, burial assistance, hospitalization benefits, a monthly old age pension or a death pension, and disability benefit. These shall be assessed and delivered on a needs-based system and managed by the Bangsamoro Veteran Mujahideen Mujahidat Affairs Office. There's another bill for this that was introduced by MP Ida Silongan. Thank you very much. And this shall be institutionalized through the passage of the same bill. We did not look far to imagine the impact this bill and other similar Mujahideen and Mujahidat benefit proposals already filed before this Parliament. The benefits, the impact that it has in our community, especially when many of us here owe our own survival to family members who have fought for the Bangsamoro and the autonomy we now exercise. As members of Parliament, the mandate we now hold is one that was not simply handed to us. Rather, this is part and parcel of the struggle we are honored to inherit, one that we must now win for the future we hope to build for our people. We cannot win this struggle without acknowledging the suffering that thousands of martyrs, along with the loved ones that they have left behind, have had to overcome in service of the Bangsamoro people and our assertion of our rights and freedoms. Passing this bill, ladies and gentlemen, my colleagues in the Parliament, is therefore crucial and urgent, and I hope that we can work together to make sure that it is enacted into law as soon as possible. Maraming salamat po. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Mr. Speaker, I move to refer BTA Parliament Bill number 22 to the Committee on Rules and the Committee on Finance, Budget and Management.
There is a move to refer Parliament Bill number 22 to the Committee on Rules and the Committee on Finance, Budget and Management. This Duly seconded, the same is declared as approved.
Next item, Mr. Speaker, as amended in the order of business, is the announcement of the remaining committee memberships. Mr. Speaker, for the Committee on Health, Chair, MP Kadil Sinolinding Jr. Vice Chairs, Dr. Hashemi Dilanggalen and MP Marjani Makasadong. Members, MP Ubayda Pakasem, MP Noreda Miswari, MP Amrusi Makatanong, MP Suharto Ismael, MP Froilin Mendoza, MP Den Martin Kahalan, MP Bayintan Ampatuan, MP Ali Salik, MP Suaib Oranon, MP Mujib Abu, MP Nabila Margarita Pangandaman, MP Hamid Malik, MP Suharto Ambuludto, MP Siti Farhani S. Oyod, MP Khalid Haji Abdullah, MP Ahmad Abbas, MP Haron Abbas, MP Eddie Ali, MP Abdullah Makapaar, MP Amir Mawalil, and MP Mosber Alaudin. I move for the confirmation of the expanded membership of the Committee on Health.
The membership and chairman as well as the vice chairman of the Committee on Health is now confirmed by this august body.
Mr. Speaker, on the Committee on Education, Chairperson MP Eddie Ali, Vice Chairpersons MP Susana Anayatin and MP Marjani Makasalong, Members MP Ali Salik, MP Said Sheikh, MP Hager Iqbal, MP Ali Sulaiman, MP Baymaleha Kandao, MP Said Salendab, MP Abdulaziz Aminoden, MP Muhammad Yaqub, MP Froilin Mendoza, MP Romeo Sema, MP Haron Abbas, MP Bayintan Ampatuan, MP Noreda Miswari, MP Jamila Ramos, MP Khalid Haji Abdullah, MP Hashemi Dilanggalen, MP Jaafar Apollo Mikael Matalam, MP Baileng Mantawil, MP Mosber Alaudin, MP Ibrahim Ali, MP Ahmad Abbas, MP Mujib Abu, MP Hamid Malik, MP Tarhata Maglangit, MP Ali Montaha Babaw, MP Muhammad Kelly Antaw, MP Abdul Wahab Pak, and MP Hussein Munoz. I move to confirm the composition of this Committee on Education, Mr. Speaker.
The Committee on Education, the chairman, the vice chairman, as well as its members are now confirmed by this august body.
Wala. Mr. Speaker, on the Committee on Trade, Investment and Tourism, Chairperson Marjani Makasalong, Vice Chairperson John Anthony Lim, Members MP Ubayda Pakasem, MP Abdullah Hashim, MP Ali Montaha Babaw, MP Matarul Estino, MP Mosber Alaudin, MP Baileng Mantawil, MP Hashemi Dilanggalen, MP Randolph Parcasio, MP Jamila Ramos, MP Albakil Jikiri, MP Hamid Malik, MP Amil Bahar Mawalil, MP Ishak Mastura, MP Suharto Ambuludto, MP Ibrahim Ali, MP Abdullah Gayak, MP Said Sheikh, MP Amrusi Makatanong, MP Tawakal Midtimbang, MP Basir Uto, MP Froilin Mendoza, MP Ramon Piang, MP Don Mustafa Loong, MP Abdul Rauf Makakua, MP Hussein Munoz, and MP Edward Guerra. I move for the confirmation of the membership of the Committee on Trade, Investment and Tourism, Mr. Speaker.
The members, as well as the chairman and vice chairman of the Committee on Trade, Investment and Tourism is confirmed by this august body.
For the Committee on Public Works, Chairperson MP Hussein Munoz, Vice Chairpersons MP Abdullah Hashim and MP Engineer Aida Silongan. Members, MP Basit Abbas, MP Ali Sulaiman, MP Abdul Rauf Makakua, MP Mosber Alaudin, MP Muhammad Kelly Antaw, MP Ishak Mastura, MP Dan Asnawi, MP Hashemi Dilanggalen, MP Mujib Abu, MP Abdulaziz Aminoden, MP Den Martin Kahalan, MP Bayintan Ampatuan, MP Don Mustafa Loong, MP Rasul Ismael, MP Michael Midtimbang, MP Jaafar Matalam, MP Edward Guerra, MP Tawakal Midtimbang, MP Ahmad Abbas, Faisal Caron, MP Abdul Wahab Pak, MP Muhager Iqbal, MP Said Sheikh, MP Baileng Mantawil, MP Adsfar Usman, MP Nabila Margarita Pangandaman, and MP Randolph Parcasio. I move to confirm the membership of the Committee on Public Works, Mr. Speaker.
The Committee on Public Works is hereby confirmed by this august body.
Committee on Labor and Employment, Chairperson, MP John Anthony Lim. Vice Chairperson, MP Matarul Estino. Members, MP Ibrahim Ali, MP Tawakal Mitimbang, MP Basir Uto, MP Ali Sulaiman, MP Bay Maleha Candao, MP Abdul Wahab Pak, MP Haron Abbas, MP Hamid Malik, MP Khalid Haji Abdullah, MP Muslimin Jakilan, MP Siti Fahani Uy Oyod, MP Ali Sangki, MP Faisal Karon, MP Bayleng Mantawil, MP Basit Abbas, and MP Ahmad Abbas. I move to confirm the membership of the Committee on Labor and Employment, Mr. Speaker.
There is a move to confirm the membership of the Committee on Labor and Employment. It is duly seconded. The chair declares that those members and vice chairpersons and chairman of this committee is now confirmed by the body.
For the Committee on Agriculture, Fisheries and Agrarian Reform, Chairperson Matarul Estino, MP Matarul Estino, Vice Chairperson MP Amrusi Makatanong, Members MP Ramon Piang, MP Muhammad Yacob, MP Mohager Iqbal, MP Eddie Ali, MP Noreda Miswari, MP Muslimin Jakilan, MP Basit Abbas, MP Nabila Margarita Pangandam, MP Mosber Alaudin, MP Ibrahim Ali, MP Ali Sangki, MP Ahmad Abbas, MP Tawakal Mitimbang, MP John Anthony Lim, MP Ali Salik, MP Swaib Oranon, MP Mujib Ab, MP Ali Montaha Babaw, MP Den Martin Kahalan, MP Suharto Ambuludto, MP Bay Intan Ampatuan, MP Rausul Ismael, MP Jaafar Apollo Mikael Matalam, MP Dan Asnawi, MP Michael Midtimbang, and MP Don Loong. I move to confirm the membership of the Committee on Agriculture, Fisheries, and Agrarian Reform.
The membership of the Committee on Agriculture, Fisheries, and Agrarian Reform together with chairman and vice chairman is confirmed by this august body.
For Committee on Environment, Natural Resources, and Energy, Chairperson MP Tawakal Midtimbang, Vice Chairperson MP Suharto Ismael. Members, MP Romeo Sema, MP Ramon Piang Sr., MP Tarhata Maglangit, MP Michael Mitimbang, MP Said Salendab, MP Matarul Estino, MP Randolph Mercasio, MP Bay Maleha Candao, MP Mohager Iqbal, MP Abdullah Hashim, MP Don Mustafa Loong, MP Swaib Oranon, MP Rasul Ismael, MP Jaafar Apollo Mikael Matalam, MP Dan Asnawi, MP Haron Abbas, MP Aida Silongan, MP Ali Sangki, MP Amrusi Makatanong, MP Said Sheikh, MP Muhammad Kelly Antao, MP Mujib Abu, MP Basit Abbas, MP Noreda Miswari, and MP Den Martin Kahalan. I move for the confirmation of the composition of the Committee on Environment, Natural Resources.
The Committee on Environment, Natural Resources, and Energy together with chairmen and vice chairpersons and the members is now confirmed by this august body.
For the Committee on Transportation and Communications, Chairperson MP Attorney Ubayda Pakasem, Vice Chairperson MP Eddie Ali. Members, MP Adsfar Usman, MP Suharto Ambuludto, MP Muhammad Yacob, MP John Anthony Lim, MP Haron Abbas, MP Edward Guerra, MP Bayleng Mantawil, MP Nabila Margarita Pangandaman, MP Abdul Rauf Makakua, MP Romeo Sema, MP Basir Uto, MP Randolph Parcasio, MP Den Martin Kahalan, MP Elmil Bahar Mawalil, MP Abdulaziz Aminoden, MP Jaafar Apollo Mikael Matalam, MP Khalid Haji Abdullah, MP Suharto Ismael, MP Tawakal Mitimbang, MP Dan Asnawi, MP Mosber Alaudin, MP Abdullah Hashim, MP Ramon Piang, MP Said Salenda, MP Muhammad Kelly Antao, and MP Mujib Abu. I move for the approval, confirmation of the membership of the Committee on Transportation and Communications.
The membership of the Committee on Transportation, including its chairman and vice chairpersons, are now confirmed by this august body.
For the Committee on Human Settlements, Chairperson MP Don Mustafa Loong, Vice Chairperson MP Edward. Members, MP Bayleng Mantawil, MP Abdullah Gayak, MP Ali Salik, MP Marjani Makasalong, MP Aida Silongan, MP Said Sheikh, MP Muhammad Kelly Antao, MP John Anthony Lim, MP Susana Anayatin, MP Tarhata Maglangit, MP Al-Bakil Jikiri, MP Abdullah Makapaar, MP Siti Uy Oyod, MP Ali Sangki, MP Eddie Ali. I move for the confirmation of the membership of the Committee on Human Settlements, Mr. Speaker.
The Committee on Human Settlements and Development, together with its chairman, vice chairpersons, and members, are now confirmed by this august body.
For the Committee on Bangsamoro Justice System, Chairperson MP Attorney Jose Lorena, Vice Chairperson MP Shah Elayha Dumama Alba, members MP Ibrahim Ali, MP Abdul Lagayak, MP Abdul Wahab Pak, MP Attorney Ubayda Pakasem, MP Muhammad Yaqub, MP Ali Sangki, MP Ramon Piang, MP Said Sheikh, MP Said Salendab, MP John Anthony Lim, MP Noreda Miswari, MP Tarhata Maglangit, MP Adsfar Usman, MP Amil Bahar Mawalil, MP Tawakal Midtimbang, MP Rasol Mitmog Jr., MP Siti Farhani Uyoyod, MP Dan Asnawi, MP Mujib Abu, MP Randolph Parcasio, MP Swaib Oranon, MP Romeo Sema, and MP Hussein Munoz. I move for the confirmation of the membership of Committee on Bangsamoro Justice System.
The Committee on Justice System, to the chairman, the vice chairpersons, as well as members, are confirmed by this august body.
The Special Committee on Marawi, Chairperson MP Ali Sulaiman, Vice Chairperson MP Attorney Anna Tarhata Basman, members MP Said Sheikh, MP Marjani Makasalong, MP Amrusi Makatanong, MP Basit Abbas, MP Abdullah Makapaar, MP Ali Montaha Babaw, MP Jamila Ramos, MP Nabila Margarita Pangandaman, MP Khalid Haji Abdullah, MP Rasol Mitmog Jr., MP Abdulaziz Aminuddin, MP Kaisalin Tagos, Speaker Attorney Pangalian Balindong, and MP Tarhata Maglangit. I move for the confirmation of the membership of the Special Committee on Marawi.
The membership of the Special Committee on Marawi, the chairman as well as his vice chairpersons, are now confirmed by this august body.
Finally, Mr. Speaker, the Committee on Women, Youth, Children, and Persons with Disabilities, which is a new committee created in the previous rules, in the current rules. Chairperson, MP Jamila Ramos. Vice Chairperson, MP Baileng Mantawil. Members, MP Aida Silongan, MP Siti Uyoyod, MP Noreda Miswari, MP Bay Maleha Candao, MP Bayintan Ampatuan, MP Susana Anayatin, MP Nabila Margarita Pangandaman, MP Tarhata Maglangit, MP Marjani Makasalong, MP Suharto Ismael, MP Hamid Malik, MP Abdullah Hashim, MP Abmil Bahar Mawalil, MP Tawakal Midtimbang, MP Attorney Ubayda Pakasem, and MP Matarul Estino. If anyone, MP Hashemi, okay, sorry. MP Hashemi Dilanggalen. So kung meron pa pong youth na gustong magpa-register, nandito na. So you are welcome to join. I move for the confirmation of the commission. Ex officio, Mr. Chair.
Yes, sir.
Ex officio, Mr. Chair. Mr. Speaker. Chair.
Yes.
We are ex officio. I'm
Yes,
also
yes,
used,
yes.
Mr. Speaker. Yes. For,
Ito pa naman ako eh.
I move for the confirmation of the membership of Committee on Women, Youth, Children, and Persons with Disabilities.
The chairperson, the chairman and chairpersons, as well as the members of the committee that was said by the floor leader, are now confirmed by this august body.
MP Jet Lim, ikaw rin. MP Babaw wishes to be recognized. MP Froiling, nandun ka ma'am. Ako.
No,
Bakit?
no, this is about the membership. I would like to for the information of the speaker, I had filed a resolution because we are discussing now about the creation of these committees. I have filed the resolution. In fact, I'm really waiting with whether this will be submitted for plenary deliberation, but wala pa. So because I think it is an opportune time na ma-discuss ito, so hindi ko napakakawalan itong oras na to. I had filed a resolution for the creation of the special committee on the PINT IAGA. Kasi importante sa atin to. This was the BTA Parliament was created in 1994. Meron na ba?
Trade, Committee on Trade, Investments, and Tourism.
Yeah, but my resolution, Mr. Speaker, is the creation of a special committee para matutukan niya itong
BTA para sa enhancement of our socio-economic activities within the area of Brunei, Indonesia, Malaysia, and Philippines. And part of the area, the territories identified under the BIMP concept is banned. So, in fact, even in Congress, they have also a special committee for the BIMP. So, meanwhile that we are deliberating on the creation of these committees, respective committees, to propose for the adoption or creation of that special committee that will really, function as our in our front activities in the BIMP, Mr. Speaker.
Yes. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Since it is clear that the good gentleman has filed a resolution, may we just discuss this during the proper time when the resolution is included in the agenda. But that is, the manifestation is noted, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Speaker, there being, before we move for the adjournment, I would like to invoke Section 4, Rule 6 of the rules that the Speaker, after consultation with the Majority Floor Leader and Minority Floor Leader, may postpone the holding of the session on a day-to-day adjournment. On this basis,
Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Speaker, I would just like to finish, since we need the time for committee hearings on the budget. Mr. Speaker, I move for the cancellation of the session tomorrow.
MP Deputy Speaker Kabir Thomas recommend.
The membership in the different committees, Mr. Chairman, may I suggest that the membership, chairmanship, and committee membership be furnished all members of the BTA. Yun lang po.
Yes.
Yes. With pleasure, Mr.
Yes,
Speaker.
we request the Secretary to furnish copies of membership of all committees to every member of the BTA Parliament.
Mr. Speaker, I would like to restate my motion. I move for the cancellation of the session of the Parliament for November 23 and 24, Mr. Speaker.
To cancel the regular session for the next 2 days. Yes, it is duly seconded. The chair declares the same as approved.
I move to adjourn the session until December, Mr. Speaker.
Yes, session adjourned until December sessions.